buddies? It's your girl, AyChristene, and today we are checking out JaidenAnimations Got a Cat. Oh my goodness! Which I want to see what's going to happen because she got two birds. They're mischievous. Cats are hella clever and can be hella mischievous, okay? Or mischievous, whichever way you say it. So I'm interested to see for her what her cat is and how her cat is and all that stuff. But let's dive in. Links down below to become a patron to get the uncut reaction to all the shows and anime and movies and all the things that we check out. And yeah, let's get started.
For people who have been around for a while, you might be seeing the title and thinking, Jaiden, aren't you allergic to cats? And to that, I'd say...
Is she?
Yes. Kind of.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure anymore. And for the people who know anything about me, you might see the title and think, Jaiden, cats are literally the #1 natural predator of birds.
Yeah.
And to that, I also say, yes, that one's 100% proven fact. So let me back up a bit and explain how we got here, because all the cards in the world were stacked against the idea of me getting a cat.
Right.
Growing up, I was irrefutably and absolutely allergic to cats.
Aww,
my best friend had like 3 of the things, and every time I would hang out or sleep over at her house, I would be a sneezy, watery-eyed, snotty mess.
Oh.
Can I have some water?
Oh,
Given
gosh.
my brother was also allergic to cats. It
Oh,
was
man.
set that we were a dog family. My whole life, I went around not giving cats a second thought. I never had anything actually against them, but since I was forced to stay 20 feet away from them and suffer the consequences, I just couldn't get to know them. Plus, as a kid, dogs were always more appealing. They're more likely to be bigger fans of playing and running around.
I'm a cat family, but I do also want a dog.
Unconditional love. And
They
can
do.
overall be more forgiving. Cut to like 2 catless.
They can be more forgiving for sure.
The first time at his place. As we're hanging out in his living room, his cat Fraser comes over and greets me. Fraser is extremely social and vain, so he's always expecting nothing less than a never-ending stream of.
My cat is very social, but not vain.
Even though he's very cute and distinguished, I deployed my typical foolproof plan of don't touch the cat. Fraser realizes he's not getting any attention out of me and sits down nearby on the couch.
Oh, look at him, so sad.
Later, Jacob's other cat ends up making an appearance. This one's Taylor. She's normally really shy and hides, but
look at her.
really like women, which I am. Taylor ended up crawling onto me and making herself really comfortable.
She's like, this is where I am.
Womanly lap. Jacob, knowing I'm allergic, offered to take her away, but this was actually the first time a cat has ever done something like this.
Oh, and you loved it.
I've always been a bit of a cat magnet, if you want to call it.
Oh, really?
Because I act like they don't exist, which they interpret as me not pushing their boundaries and creating a comfortable environment for them to come up to me on their own terms.
Look at them, look at them.
Never have I felt like a cat has chosen me before. I told Jacob I'm happy to let her stay comfortable on me, and I'll just reap the consequences of my sewing later on.
My baby cousin, she takes Zyrtec?
Extremely positive experience with
or
the cat,
Claritin.
and I honestly felt really happy and special and wanted to enjoy it. A few hours later, I'm saying my goodbyes. And during the drive back home, I realized I was completely fine.
Oh, good.
No itchy eyes. Straight nothing. I was so confused and curious. Thus, the start of my little cat experiment began. Every time I went over to Jacob's place, I would let the cats be as social as they wanted with me.
She's like, come on.
If Taylor wanted to sit by me, I'd let her. If Fraser wanted attention, I would pet him. At one point, while we were watching a movie, Taylor literally decided to lay down on my neck. Every one of my breaths with cat dander and hair.
Everything?
And you know what happened?
Nothing?
No reaction.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Drip of mucus. Somehow, sometime, I'd grown out of my cat allergy and never noticed.
Sometimes that can happen.
Every 7 years, people's allergies have the chance to change. Maybe being surrounded by my friends' cats all throughout my childhood could have helped my
incremental,
with them. Either way, I've now unlocked the skill to survive.
Immunity!
Oh, guys, it was incredible. Now that I'd been freed from my cats, I immediately started taking time to get to know cats more. Instantly, they felt so much more cute and cool and approachable.
So adorable.
I was really starting to like them.
They can be so
especially
cute.
since every time I would hang out at Jacob's place,
Mhm.
Taylor would walk over and be around me
Aw.
and purr, and it was amazing to be
The
like
purr.
a cat. So I really like cats now. And after some time, I decided I wanted one too.
Okay.
Jacob and I decided to peruse a local cat rescues website just to see what cats were available. I don't want to get one right away. There's a lot of ad going on, but it doesn't hurt to. Oh my god, that one! So cute. What's his name? Tostada. Tostada, my beloved. We have to send in an application. We have to. Hi, my name's Jaiden. I love this cat. Please let me adopt it. Please.
Was that the application?
What? You guys know me. I'm weak-willed and impulsive. My first mistake was liking cats to begin with. The rescue reached out a few days
Once you liked it, it was over.
Screening interview to make sure we would be a good fit to be cat parents. After being approved, they told us we could pick any cat we wanted that was in their care. Of course, I asked about Tostada, but we were given the unfortunate news that she had already been adopted.
No!
We looked
That's the only one you wanted.
Website, but unfortunately, none of them really stood out to me. The rescue ended up inviting us to a little Meet the Cats event they were hosting where we could see all the cats they had up for adoption in person, which was awesome because that was actually the first time I'd ever actually seen and held a kitten before.
The kittens are so cute.
And tiny
But their nails are sharp. Their claws, I mean.
Wasn't one that called to me. I pried Jacob away from the kittens, headed home, and we started waiting. Every day I would check the rescue's cat list to see if any new ones caught my eye. I didn't even know what I was looking for, but waited.
She wanted a Tostada.
Send me my perfect cat nonetheless. One morning I refreshed the page and saw one new kitten added. A tortie they found in some dumpster named Scrabble. With the biggest eyes and forehead I'd seen in my life. Something about this bizarre little creature called me. I messaged the rescue about Scrabble and they told me she's available. Put me in touch with Scrabble's foster parents. Every day
she's a foster kitty.
New little pictures of kitten Scrabble, and every photo I felt more and more in love with her. She seemed so silly and playful, and those eyes. We got on a video call and they told me all about how big of a personality she has. The 5 other kittens they were fostering, she was by far their favorite.
So they're a kitten foster family.
Flipping around in their arms and looking at the camera with her giant orbs. I left that call knowing I found my cat. I needed to have little kitten Scrabble. Meeting her in person.
I love her impulsiveness.
She was shy at first, but after flinging around her worm toy, she immediately started hopping around and being the life of the party.
Yeah,
I talked a lot
cats
to her
are so
foster parents,
adorable.
And they just gushed about how they wish they could keep her since they all loved her so much. Even though the rescue called her Scrabble, obviously that was more of a placeholder name.
Right.
Foster parents called her Cammy, but neither of those really fit to me. However, I knew one name that I liked.
What?
Tostada.
Oh.
Yeah, I stole another kitten's name and pasted it on mine.
Oh my goodness.
Still, Tostada is a great name. My Tostada is way more of a tostada than the other Tostada anyway. I would have left with little Tostada in my arms that moment if I could. Unfortunately, Jacob and I were going out of town for 3 million weeks.
For Japan.
Until after we came back. She was all I could think about the entire time. I was shoving Tostada photos in everyone's face every chance I got. The foster parents Tostada updates every day. I was overflowing with yearning.
That's
for this
good.
cat. She was growing and learning about the world without me.
Well, she was gone forever.
Literally the moment Jacob and I
Not take me home to my child.
Straight from the airport to the foster home to pick her up. I could not wait. We arrived home with +1 Tostada. I couldn't believe it. I have a mammal now. And so do other mammal owners. But it's the best mammal in the whole
I love cats.
Universe.
Cats are great.
I spent the entire day playing with her, letting her get used to her new surroundings. She was so cute and so tiny. Here's a video
kids.
of her
Look at her. Look at
big old chomp. As someone who's owned birds for 7 years at that point,
let's see.
So strange.
Do they have loving moments?
Significantly less fragile. And also draws significantly less blood. You mean this thing can't fly up and get hit by the ceiling fan?
Oh my goodness, is that what they were doing?
I've had Tostada for a while now. She's 2 years old at the time of me posting this. And let me tell you, this thing has become a creature. First of all, eyes, still giant. And she never blinks. Look at this. She was sitting on my desk, looking like that long enough for me to notice, get my phone out of my pocket, pull up the camera app, put the camera in her face, and take a photo. And here's like 4 more. She is also not
hilarious.
that smart. I'm sure you can deduce that by how she looks. But this thing has a single brain cell, and it's just another version of herself up there with a joystick. Jacob and I are fully convinced she can only form a few thoughts a day, and only
she's a little baby. She's a little baby.
Tostada is also very scared of everything. Always has been.
Cats.
Noises, quiet noises, no noises, movement of any kind. Jacob, a person she's been around all her little life, dumpster. There's been times where he'll be at his desk, moving his chair just a smidge, and she's darting out of the room.
Yeah, she's trying to get used to it. It takes a long time.
She genuinely can be, and demonstrated it by grabbing a toy literally in front of her, raising it up a bit, lightly dropping it on the floor, still in front of her. She bolted. You know how cats are genuinely
she's trying to
be good at balancing.
Get used to everything.
Tostada can't even do that. She trips and falls and misplaces her feet all the time.
Really?
On multiple occasions,
The little
she has
kitty.
tried to walk across my L-shaped desk and just missed and fell down. That's like the one thing that makes a cat, and nope, doesn't hit the mark there either.
Hilarious.
Better, but
cat falls are so funny.
Couldn't even jump. After I built her first cat tower, I watched as she attempted to jump up to the second level, not quite make it, and had to slam her arms down on the thing to hoist herself up like she was mountain climbing. But is
the
she
little
the
baby.
sweetest little thing. When I got a cat, I was expecting it to want its own space, around when it wants, general.
Some can be like that,
This creature follows me from room to room with those high beams of hers.
That's what I call my cat shadow.
My computer, lays on my giant
Pokemon
yes,
plushies, yes.
Just looks up at me from the floor.
Yes.
And just stares. When I'm sleeping, she'll just crawl into bed and tuck herself up right next to me. Look at all these photos of her straight up on me when I'm sleeping. Don't look too close so I don't have makeup on. Bedtime is sacred to her. She loves bedtime. If I'm working late, Tostada will come into my office around 9 or 10 p.m. aka past Tostada bedtime.
Right.
And just start crying.
She's like, it's time to go to bed. Oh, will she help you have a better
move after that? She'll go into the bedroom and drag over her string toy she always plays with. It's just so sad and pathetic. I always play string with her when she brings it over though. But lately she's picked up another routine habit, which is pats. Not all cats like the pats, but Tostada lives off them. It's when you slap a cat's butt and it looks like you're hurting them, but they actually love it. However, Tostada's really particular about pats. First of all, I'm the only one allowed to give her pats. Jacob has tried, and she runs away scared and offended every single time.
Goodness.
Second, she has to receive pats on a specific spot on the floor of the closet.
Really?
If I try to give her pats in like my office, she bolts to her floor spot, staring at me to continue. Also,
that's adorable.
She begs to be pat every single night. Like,
really?
She'll sit like a gargoyle in front of the closet and cry pitifully until I come over there. Now, when I finally come over for pats, she'll flop on the floor and start horizontally rock climbing her way across the floor with her claws and tangle herself up in the Ethernet cables while I keep up the pats.
That's hilarious.
But I'm very much not. This is the only way she accepts pats. And I
hilarious.
have to come to her every night or else she's miserable.
Oh.
This world is so small. She's really just around me.
I never knew about like pats, like hitting them really hard.
Family so much.
I do pet my cat and rub under his chin. He loves that.
Of him.
He goes crazy.
Other adult cats before, but she'd never seen a flat cat in her life, and she was mortified. Of course, she's since warmed up to him, and they play together.
That's
and
cute.
hang out all the
That's
time,
good.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Loves Taylor.
Oh.
Has. She looks up to Taylor like a little baby sister admiring her cool, awesome older sibling.
Oh, this is so cute. Taylor doesn't.
Hates it.
I bet it. I bet.
Squidward type of sibling.
That was my cat's.
Tostada is so oblivious to it.
Yes.
Taylor has annoyingly swatted at Tostada.
Yes.
Times just for existing around her.
I know.
Tostada now thinks it's a fun little game.
Yeah, she thinks you're playing.
Chasing and swatting back at Taylor happily, not understanding cat social cues. Of course, never in a way that's too far, but just enough to get on Taylor's
goodness.
Them, they all have such different little personalities and relationships to each other.
Hilarious.
It's made our lives so much more entertaining.
It's funny, yeah.
And to anyone anyone concerned about the birds, don't worry. I've got Ari and Tofu very separated from the cats.
Okay.
They're safe in their own blocked-off room, connected by a double door system that ensures no
Hilarious
possible interaction between bird and
okay,
cat.
cat can't scan in.
Thinking about getting cats and birds as pets, it is possible, but just make sure that you are very separate.
Right.
Especially if you have smaller birds like warriors or budgies. I'm sure there's people out there that have trained their cats to be fine.
That seemed like a lot of work. I don't want to do. Oh, that's the Rocky.
One accident
the Rocky
attack
class.
to just not have a bird anymore.
Right. They just bite. They pounce.
Huge amount of time and commitment. I've said it before and I'll say it forever.
The pounce.
I love my birds to death, but they do not make good pets for the very large majority of people. In terms of allergies, I do think I was originally still a little bit allergic to tostada.
Okay.
When I first got her, I was sneezy and sniffling. Nothing allergy pills couldn't.
They do say that some cats can trigger it
but I think
more so than some others.
Out of that one too, because nowadays I don't have any reaction to her at all. Bodies are a mystery. I am building my immunity to everything. Next up is rat poison.
Whoa, girl.
They were talking about this thing, but Tostada's just got such a funny little personality and has become such a big part of my life. She may be the description of autism, but I love her more than the world itself. And I know I'm the center of her little life too.
She is adorable.
As a cat, she's just a little creature that follows me around. It's weird, but I love it.
That's what they do. Well, some do.
Cat allergy,
yeah. Oh, the kisses.
It really has been so different owning a cat. Mainly because I know Tostada won't just bite me at any given chance, unlike some avian creatures. Thanks for watching the video. Heads up, I'm going to be announcing new merch again soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Oh, and the little, look how fat and cute. I love how fat he is. Such a little fatty. Such a little fatty. I love it. Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited to finally be getting back into making fun merch. And it really helps me out a lot. Alright, sorry, thanks. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Bathtub. Sorry, I'm like looking, because normally by this point I'm talking to you guys, but I had to look at the kitty pics. So I'm happy that she was able to, I don't want to say work through her allergies, but I'm happy that she's now able to spend time with cats and things like that. They are so, mind you, animals in general are interesting creatures. When you watch them and you're like, what are they thinking? My cat, I'll be looking at her. I'm like, what is he thinking right now? What is he thinking? And her cat is very much like my little baby Shadow, although he's a lot older now. But we had two cats. One of them passed away, sadly, R.I.P. Orosai. But Orosai was kind of like, well, the Orosai and Shadow relationship was like the Taylor and Tostada relationship. Shadow loved Orosai, loved her, and would constantly go to get licked by her and cleaned by her. And he would love to pounce on her. When he was a little kid, he would constantly pounce on her. She did not she would legit like she's made him bleed before. We're like telling him, like, you got to calm down, boo. You got to give her space. She's not comfortable with you yet. And he'd be like, well, she will be. And he would keep going. And they would have chiller times, but he loved her. And you do feel a little sad that your baby loves someone that doesn't love them back, type of thing. It's a little sad, but nonetheless, I'm happy she's got a kitty and she's got this little kitty fun that she gets to have with him. I do want to get a puppy because I feel like Shadow was always like he was a cat, but he was like a puppy. He's got puppy energy, and he follows you everywhere. That's why I called him Shadow. I think it's the third name we gave him, and it stuck because he would literally follow me everywhere we were going. And his favorite thing is when you rub under his chin, and he like follows his whole body, like it's like he melts right into your hand. I want to go pet my kitty after watching this. I'm so happy she got a kitty. And I want one of them big fat ones. I want a little fat little kitty monster. But yeah, this was very sweet. It just makes me miss my kitty that passed, but also it makes me miss my kitty that's out there in the living room right now. We have a little cat couch. You know what? This ain't about me talking about my cat. I'm happy she got a kitty. Her kitty's adorable. I'm excited for the adventure she's going to have with this kitty. Luckily, it's a girl, so not a guy. Male cats will spray, and that's not fun. It is not fun. Oh, it is not fun. But she's not going to have that issue with this cat. And also the fact that there's not other cats, like cats spray for domination. And that's not something that she's going to have to worry about because she's only got the one cat. So she's going to be good. But yeah, this is super cute. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you have kitties? How do you feel about kitties? Can I get a meow? That's your yeah, that's when you say meow. So let's try it again. If you like kitties, say, can I get a meow? Ah, you did it. I heard you. Links down below to become a patron to get the uncut reaction to all the shows and anime that we check out. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.